Hey guys, how you doing? This is Dr. Mike of ICANN Clinic. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the labor process, contractions, and then how adding Pitocin or labor induction products actually increase the chance of cesarean section, and explain kind of why that is and what the mechanism is that's actually happening there. So what I have here is I have this pink balloon and the ball, okay? So what you got to do here, this is pretty neat to kind of show people, to demonstrate what's actually going on. So you open it up like this, and you put the ping pong ball down in there, okay? So the ping pong ball is basically going to represent the baby, okay? Okay, so now we kind of let the ball settle down in there, just like the baby does before you're about to give birth, okay? And as you can see, okay, the air doesn't come out, the baby's sitting there, so let's say the baby's head down or whatever, right? So when the first contractions start to happen, those are actually side contractions. And if you look, you can see the baby's not dropping, nothing's happening in the cervix, nothing like that, right? Those are getting things ready. So those are pumping the internal fluids, they're letting you know, hey, these are like Braxton Hicks contractions, different things like that, okay? Now in a normal labor process with no interference, what ends up happening is eventually these contractions will shift to the top, okay? And when the contractions shift to the top, you can see what happens. You can see the ball starting to drop down. This part actually starts to relax. Now, say contract and relax. Now let's say we add Pitocin in. What Pitocin causes is Pitocin cannot control what area starts to contract, right? And where the contractions start to happen. So what ends up happening is you get contractions everywhere. What happens to the ball or the baby, right? You're getting side contractions, you're getting top to bottom contractions, you're getting contractions from everywhere. And they're pretty intense contractions. So it ends up, depending on how the mom responds to the Pitocin and her musculature and her pelvic floor, there's all sorts of different factors involved. But this is why it tends to lead, or not tends to, all the research shows that Pitocin or labor induction leads to higher rates of cesarean section. And the reason is because the contractions cannot be controlled where they're happening. By divine design, the contractions happen at the top, relax, the top, relax. And now you can see how the ball is starting to come out, so that represents the cervix. Everything's starting to get ready. Contract, relax, contract, relax, and as you can see, the baby's born, right? But that's pretty cool. But what that also shows and what that also explains, even though it's kind of a, it's pretty neat actually, it's not cheesy, but it's pretty neat. But what that actually shows, what that actually explains is how Pitocin affects the labor process in the divine design of the actual process. And the fact that the way it's meant to happen is it's meant for that bottom musculature and everything to start to relax and no longer give you contractions, and for the top muscles to start to tighten and harden up and start to contraction harder to force that downward force down. And it also stretches everything out, so it helps the baby to actually come out into the world nice and smoothly. When you add Pitocin into there, what ends up happening is the contractions come from all directions, and it doesn't allow for the pelvis to open up, it doesn't allow for the cervix to relax, and that is why you have such a higher cesarean section once Pitocin is administered. I hope this helps. Like and share if you have any friends that are pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant or about to have a child. Tag them in this post, share with them. This is some huge information. And comment, like, and share. Thank you and have a great day.